Hello, this is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And as if the Madeline Soto case wasn't already crazy, it just got even more crazy when it turns out that Madeline Soto's music teacher was just arrested for enticing a minor to engage in illicit sexual activity. And here is on the justice.gov website, it says Orlando, Florida, United States Attorney Roger B. Hanberg announces the arrest and charges by criminal complaint of Italo Raphael Brett Bonini. Now, I did a lot of research on this guy, and he actually just goes by Italo Brett on various websites out there. So Bonini has been left out. And he's 25 years old, and it was for coercion or enticement of a minor using a facility or interstate commerce. If convicted, Brett Bonini faces a mandatory minimum penalty of 10 years up to life in federal prison. According to the criminal complaint on January 12, 2025, Brett Bonini had a video chat with two prepubescent child victims in Maryland through Discord, an online communication platform. During that video chat, both child victims were enticed into pulling down their pants, and one of the child victims complied with Brett Bonini's request to display their genitalia on screen. Law enforcement also reviewed messages from Brett Bonini to victims in which Brett Bonini offered currency in an online video game in exchange for the victims to show their genitalia on screen. So he, offered to give them money. I think it was using Roblox. So what we'll do right now is we'll go over that criminal complaint. This affidavit is submitted in support of a criminal complaint against Italo Raphael Brett Bonini, or Brett Bonini, but he actually goes by Italo Brett more often. And you can't even find him on Ben Verified or anything unless you type in Italo Brett. And this is for a violation of 18 USC 2422. I don't want to get into that type of technicality there, but as set forth in more detail below, I believe there is probable cause that on or about January 12, 2025, in the Middle District of Florida and elsewhere, Brett Bonini violated that code by enticing a minor using a facility of interstate commerce. I have been sworn law enforcement officer with the Osceola County Sheriff's Office since 2017. I think it's Osceola County. And prior, I was police officer with the Los Angeles Police Department for 4.5 years. So let's go to the actual complaint right here. On February 4th, 2025, the Osceola County Sheriff's Office was contacted by the Maryland State Police in reference to a male suspect later identified as Brett Bonini. On January 18, 2025, at approximately 8:30 p.m., Maryland State Trooper Stallings, assigned to the Maryland State Police Bel Air Barrack, was dispatched to the report of a computer crime involving two child victims, CVs, who reside in Aberdeen, Maryland. Trooper Stallings contacted the father of CVS. AP explained that CV1 created a Discord account while he was staying with his grandparents on January 12, 2025. On January 18, 2025, AP, these are initials obviously, discovered disturbing messages in CV1's Discord chat. AP reviewed the chat and discovered a conversation in which a Discord user, later identified as Brett Bonini, or Italo Brett Bonini, or Italo Brett, was online soliciting AP's 8-year-old son to reveal his genitalia and engage in sexual acts. So this is with an 8-year-old. AP explained that the Discord conversation showed that Brett Bonini engaged in multiple video calls with CV1, as well as AP spoke to CV1, and CV1 admitted to pulling his pants down and revealing his genitalia to the individual later identified as Brett Bonini during a video call. Trooper Stallings also contacted the mother of CVs, as well as the two CVs, namely CV1, I guess it's child victim. Child victims 1, date of birth, etc. Child victim 2. The mother of CVs stated, so the mother of the child victim stated that child victim 1 and child victim 2 pulled their pants down during the Discord video call, and that while child victim 1 exposed his private part, CV2 never pulled his underwear down. When asked, victim 1 confirmed. The suspect also promised child victim 1 and child victim 2 video game currency in exchange for their sexual acts. Trooper Stallings then asked child victim 1 to describe the physical appearance of the suspect on the video call. Child victim 1 described him as a white male with brown hair and no facial hair. Child victim 1 stated he was 16 and grown up and has a driver's license, and he was not smiling. Trooper Stallings read through the whole Discord chat and obtained the Discord username and user ID number for the Discord account. And then it says multiple messages from the suspect, Brett Bonini, were observed telling the two young boys to take the computer to a more private spot away from the adults. Brett Bonini made statements indicating that he had shown his genitals to child victim 1, such as, "I just wish you would show yours with me. I showed mine really easily." Brett Bonini then asked child victim 1 multiple times to show his privates in return. Brett Bonini then offered child victim 1 and child victim 2 $25,000 Roblox in game currency for the child victims to show their genitalia on screen. Then Brett Bonini stated, "Both of you pull your pants down together so your peepees are out there, and I'll tell you the next instruction." I mean, these people are so disgusting, it makes you want to vomit. Brett Bonini continued by saying, "Okay, lower your cams, and then I want you both rub each other's private parts like this." Brett Bonini then said, "Good job." The rest of the Discord chat displayed similar conversations, such as the ones above. The suspect, Brett Bonini, a.k.a. Italo Brett Bonini, a.k.a. Italo Brett, Discord username was a Sanchez 1020, and I did find that. I found that on this one. There's a website that I used to dig deeper into these idiots. So A Sanchez 1020 Discord user ID 12804. You see it on the screen there. On January 28, 2025, the Maryland State Police Bel Air Barrack notified the Hartford County Child Advocacy Center about the victimization of child victim 1 and child victim 2. The investigation was assigned to Trooper Cook. Trooper Cook contacted AP and corroborated all information previously relayed to the initial responding officer. AP provided CV1 or child victim 1's Discord account username. AP verified that he did not observe any child pornography images, video within any of child victim 1 or child victim 2 devices, applications, which was consistent with the statements that they exposed themselves during a live video chat. On January 31st, 2025, Trooper Cook authorized a search warrant for the contents of Discord account A Sanchez 1020, which was judiciously endorsed and served to Discord on the same day. All events occurred in Hartford County, Maryland. Discord responded to the search warrant, and Trooper Cook reviewed the conversation between child victim 1 and Brett Bonini. Trooper Cook read through the whole Discord chat and obtained the Discord username and user ID number for the suspect's Discord account. Discord identified the describer as, and right here it says, Adrian Bro 2. Now I found one for Roblox of Adrian Bro 2 out there. So I'm wondering if that's what he used for Roblox to give the money out. Let's see. And it says A Sanchez 2021, but up here it says A Sanchez 1020. And this right here is the Roblox account, A Sanchez 1020, and that's the image he was using for that. and the account was created on August 20th, 2018. So they got a phone number in here. I looked that one up as well. Trooper Cook reviewed multiple messages that Brett Bonini sent to Child Victim 1 and Child Victim 2. In the messages, Brett Bonini instructed CV1 and CV2, Child Victim 1 and Child Victim 2, to take the computer to a more private spot away from the adults. Brett Bonini then made statements indicating that he had shown his genitalia to Child Victim 1. Brett Bonini asked Child Victim 1 multiple times to show his privates in return. Brett Bonini offered Child Victim 1 and Child Victim 2 25,000 Robux. That's Roblox in-game currency for both CVs to show their genitalia on screen. Brett Bonini continued by saying, okay, lower your cams, then I want you to both do this and that, etc. Identification of subject. On February 4th, 2025, the FBI served an exigent order to Charter Communications Spectrum to obtain the subscriber of the IP address used by the suspect's account at the time the child victims were victimized, as well as the subscriber of the IP address used at the time the account was set up. Charter Communications verified that both of the IPs were subscribers to LB at the residential address of 4903 Santa Clara Drive. All right, now I believe that, let's see, 4903 Santa Clara Drive. And I think I've already searched that, and guess where that is? Look where Italo Brett lived. I actually found this on Ben Verified, this address. So that's where he lived, but you know where that party was right here that Madeline Soto was at. This is where her birthday party was. That's where Madeline's grandmother lived. So just down the street there. I mean, isn't that amazing? I mean, it's just... does this speak to just how many predators there are out there, or is there somehow a random connection to Stephan Sterns that we're not aware about? Or maybe it's not random. I mean, it's pretty crazy, but that's very close to the grandmother's house. On February 4th, 2025, an FBI agent conducted a Florida driver's and vehicle identification database check on the address of the premises. This check showed that LB resided at the premises along with Brett Bonini and two other significantly older males. Law enforcement queried the suspect Discord account registered phone number through law enforcement databases, which revealed that it was registered through Verizon to Italo Brett. See, there you go. There's the Italo Brett Jr. He doesn't use his last name. I don't see his last name out there in terms of on official documents. It seems like it says Italo Brett. Residing at 4903 Santa Clara Drive, Orlando, Florida, 32837. Law enforcement conducted an open source social media query of Italo Brett Jr. and observed a Facebook account listed to Italo Brett Jr. I did find that as well before reading this, who indicates on his profile that he resides in Orlando, Florida. Law enforcement reviewed a user profile photograph from the Facebook account on Italo Brett Jr. and compared it to the driver's license photograph of Brett Bonini, and both photographs depicted the same person. As set forth above, Child Victim 1 indicated that the suspect had a youthful appearance. An FBI agent reviewed the driver's license photograph of Brett Bonini, and although he is 25 years old, he nonetheless has a youthful appearance. Both the other males who reside at the premises are significantly older than Brett Bonini. On February 4th, 2025, the FBI executed a search warrant at the premises. Upon arrival at the premises, FBI agents made contact with occupants at the door of the residence and asked Brett Bonini and two other occupants to exit the residence as the FBI executed the federal search warrant. Concurrent with the execution of the search warrant, FBI Special Agent Michelle Langer and myself conducted a non-custodial interview with Brett Bonini, who was repeatedly informed that he was not under arrest, was free to leave, and did not have to speak with agents. Brett Bonini confirmed during the interview that he has resided at the premises with his parents since 2001. Brett Bonini also confirmed that Charter Communications provided internet to the premises and that the Wi-Fi is password protected. Brett Bonini stated he owned an Apple iPhone, iMac desktop, and an iPad. Brett Bonini further confirmed that the phone number and the Discord account in the cyber tip report belonged to him. Brett Bonini also confirmed that he was the user on Discord account with the username AdrianBro2. However, Brett Bonini stated he recently deleted his Discord account because he was disgusted with himself. Okay. During the interview, but before discussing the details of the allegations or genders of the victims, Brett Bonini stated that he was not even gay and that he fell into temptation that I should not have. I'm not a sick individual. I made a mistake. Brett Bonini then admitted that he utilized his iMac desktop to communicate with children on Discord. Brett Bonini chose to speak with children because they were easier to talk to, and he liked the control aspect of the chat with child victim 1. Brett Bonini admitted that he communicated with children via Discord's live chat feature, including video footage. Brett Bonini also stated that he recalled the video chat with child victim 1, and he admitted that he had asked child victim 1 to display his genitals on screen and that child victim 1 complied. Based on the above, there is probable cause that on or about January 12, 2025, in the Middle District of Florida, Brett Bonini violated 18 U.S.C. 2422. Yeah, now he says up here he says he's not gay. Well, that might be true, but you're a pedophile. Absolutely 100% you're a pedophile. That's the only reason you would have done anything close to this. All right? So, I mean, it's absolutely incredible that Madeline Soto's teacher, one of the ones that the investigators actually interviewed, and right after this, I'll play that interview so you can listen to it. It's way creepy to listen to what this teacher is saying. All right? So let's take a listen to that right now.
Today's date is February 29, 2024. The time is 15:20 hours. It's reference to Orange County case number 24-011313. I'm Detective Bradshaw with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Sir, can you state your first name for me, please?
My name is Italo.
Spell it for me.
Italo.
What's your last name?
Brett. B-R-E-T-T.
Okay. So, Mr. Brett, you are a teacher here at Meadowwoods, or I'm sorry, not Meadowwoods.
Correct, yes.
Okay. So I just had a couple of questions for you in reference to... assume that she was one of your students. Would that be correct?
She was, yes.
Okay, what period did you have her in?
I had her initially in 6th period for the start of the year. And then she requested to be moved to 3rd period because she was having some issues of not being able to keep up, or rather, she was keeping up, but it was too many behavioral issues around her. So she was getting tired, so she requested to move to 3rd.
So not behavioral issues specifically with her, but with other kids that were in your class that she didn't like.
Correct, yeah.
I got it. Okay. Did she ever talk to you about her home life, anything that was going on with her, anything like that?
No.
She never said anything to you? Did at any point, did she ever disclose any sort of physical or sexual or mental abuse to you?
No.
Okay. Did she mention anything to you about having any suicidal ideations, ever making any attempts at suicide?
No.
Okay. Did she ever express to you at any time if she had any mental or medical diagnosis?
No.
Okay. Did she discuss taking any medications with you for anything?
No, the only time I've ever seen her take anything was Tylenol.
Okay.
In the front office, Miss Schilling could confirm with that too, because we both kind of saw her because we were trying to figure out how to make sure that she was okay to take those.
Okay.
In here, so.
Did you notice any sort of recent changes in her behavior from the start of the school year until now?
Not really, no. She just seemed happier within the 3rd period class that we were in, which is the advanced treble course I have. She seemed happier there. She learned her music really quickly, as with the rest of the girls in that class. She usually is very participatory. She's usually up performing with us. She doesn't miss a concert. She doesn't miss anything. The only thing I guess I could note is on Friday she was sitting, but that a lot of the girls sit at random times, and that's related to either they have cramps or whatever. So I didn't think that was odd, but she usually is up and participating and active.
She didn't tell you that anything was wrong on Friday?
No.
Okay, she didn't mention to you that anything had been going on or that she was feeling sad or down or anything like that? Okay. And you haven't, in your opinion, you haven't seen her have any sort of signs that she's been depressed since the beginning of the school year at all, or any suicidal?
Like, she just seemed pretty normal, very, very happy, easy making her friends. I would say she bloomed a lot more in third because she had her friends there. So she was more outspoken and more confident. She's very helpful in my class. She even organized my piano once because it was all papers on top of it. She put it all together. She wanted to do that. So, that's not noticed anything off about her.
Okay. Now, I don't know how you, do your grades or anything like that in your class. Has she declined at all in her participation, in her grades, anything of that nature that you've noticed?
She maintains pretty steady, and I just grade her participation if you're standing and performing and the concerts, so I've not noticed anything of decline. She is there. That the only time, and even on Friday when she was sitting, I think she was still singing with us. She was just sitting down, which was the only thing,
That was different.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. How about her? You've never overheard her talking to her friends about anything like that at all?
When I send a message and talking points or whatever, she reads them. I've gotten before me on Monday evening. Wasn't home yet.
Okay.
She was like, "Hey, it's school today," so she. So she knows, she can reach out to me and it's open to do so and anything because that's, she's always involved. So
okay, so since the beginning of the school year, more so happy now that she's in your third period, able to make friends. She's pretty consistent. So nothing out of the ordinary that you can think of off the top of your head that would be alarming or
alarming. The only most alarming thing I've seen was the message that Monday when she was missing. So
okay, and what was that message?
It was, I can read it to you exactly.
Okay.
Talking Points. So this was through the app Talking Points. Talking Points is what the district and the county uses to communicate between teachers.
Okay.
It's faster than emails, just texting. So it's loading. So on Monday, February 26th at 5:36 p.m., she said, "Hi, make it to school today. She hasn't made it home today." Then at 5:53, when I was able to reply back, I said, "Hi, Ms. Soto. I don't know. Checking Skyber, she was absent for periods 1 to 5 and period 7. Period 6, I guess, hadn't marked her, but that's not really so strange because sometimes teachers just forget. That happens. So, but yeah, I told her, that's very alarming. Just, please keep me informed. And I reported it to my teacher mentor. So, and then she reported it to Kelly Armstrong and everyone else in the school. And I guess and she'd been waiting for the police for a while. So we kind of talked a little bit then. I asked at 6:20 she was home yet. Hasn't made it home yet. Waiting for the police. And then so I've heard the cop trying to speed things up, but that was it. So then I haven't reached out back because I had trying to be giving her space. So
okay. Is there anything else you can think of that I haven't asked you that you can recall right now, or anything else you want to tell me?
Nothing comes to mind. I think, her behavior is pretty consistent in class. She's, whenever I see her out of class or whatever, I would say hi. She replies back normally. So.
And she seems like a pretty happy.
Yeah, she just seems pretty happy. It was just, that's why part of it why it was so shocking that she'd be gone is just how close it happened, how she just, whenever people started saying maybe she ran away, it just didn't seem like it to me that she could be the type to run away.
Okay.
But then, of course, information started coming out about what was happening. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you swear and affirm everything you told me is true to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. So the time is now 15:26 hours.
All right, everybody. Thank you all very much for watching. It's absolutely incredible how many predators there are out there. In some ways, it sort of reminds you of the Delphi case where you had, Abby and Libby were killed by Richard Allen, but apparently that person is not the same or not connected to a catfishing account that actually elicited the same sorts of things that Brett Bonini did here. from various girls out there, and that catfishing account was communicating with Abby and Libby that weekend, and apparently that's the reason that Abby and Libby went to the bridge, was to meet Anthony Schatz, a fake profile created by a person named Keegan Klein, and then they were killed by somebody else not associated with them. So, I mean, that's absolutely incredible if that's the reality in that case. I still think there's a possibility that that somehow Richard Allen knew to be there through Keegan Klein in some way, but that just wasn't able to be discovered. All right, but Madeline Soto was among predators. That's for damn sure. All right, thank you all very much for watching. If you can share the video, I would appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.